you know that over 40% of people claim they've experienced something paranormal? But how many of those events can be explained, and how many are real? Tonight, we'll dive into true Halloween horror stories that will make you question everything you thought you knew. Halloween, a night where the veil between the living and the dead is said to thin. But for some, the horrors of this world go beyond stories told in the dark. These aren't just urban legends. What you're about to hear are real accounts of terror that people have lived through. Stories that still haunt them to this day. And after tonight, they may haunt you too. It's often hard to tell fact from fiction when it comes to horror stories. Many will scoff at the idea of ghosts or haunted houses until it happens to them. What you're about to hear isn't a product of someone's imagination. These are true, spine-chilling events that left a permanent scar on those who experienced them. As we unravel these tales, ask yourself, could you handle facing the unknown? Story 1. The Whispering Mirror. In the early 2000s, a family moved into a home that was over 150 years old. The centerpiece of the house was a massive antique mirror in the hallway. It was beautiful during the day, but at night, strange things began to happen. Footsteps echoed through the halls, but no one was there, and the mirror whispered. Soft, almost indiscernible voices would speak, as though trapped behind the glass. One night, the youngest daughter disappeared, only to be found standing before the mirror, in a trance. She claimed a voice from the glass had told her secrets about their past. The family never stayed long enough to find out if it was telling the truth. Story 2. The Halloween Visitor. A man named Greg loved Halloween, decorating his house every year. But on Halloween night in 2015, things took a sinister turn. Greg noticed a figure in an old costume, a vintage clown, standing at the edge of his yard. Thinking it was a prank, he laughed it off. But as the hours passed, the figure never moved. At midnight, he finally approached it, and it vanished right before his eyes. Over the next few months, Greg was plagued by nightmares of the clown watching him, and his health deteriorated rapidly. Doctors found nothing wrong, but Greg was certain something from that Halloween night had attached itself to him. Story 3. The Phantom of Blackwell Bridge. In a small town in Texas, there's a bridge said to be haunted by the ghost of a woman who died in a tragic accident. Every Halloween, residents claim to see her standing on the bridge, waiting for a ride. In 2021, a group of teens went to the bridge, eager to see if the legend was real. They found the woman, pale, drenched, and crying for help. But when they offered her a ride, she vanished the moment they opened the car door. That night, all three of them began experiencing vivid nightmares, and one by one they felt her cold hands pulling them from sleep. They still refused to go near the bridge. In the final story, the most chilling moment comes when one of the teens from the bridge sees the woman in his rearview mirror as he's driving away. He feels her hand brush his shoulder just before his car swerves off the road. He survives the crash, but he knows she's still out there, watching, waiting. These stories remind us that Halloween isn't just a time for costumes and candy. Some horrors are real. The ghosts, the entities, they leave a mark that lasts far beyond Halloween night. So, as you go out trick-or-treating or gather around a campfire to tell scary stories, remember, some of those tales might just be true. Have you ever experienced something you couldn't explain? Share your own true horror stories in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more terrifying tales like these. Because the next story I tell could be about you.